$50,000. That's our ceiling today, and I'm not stretching the definition of tiny home to make it work. 5 real options, 5 real price tags, all genuinely under that number. I'm going deep on each one today. Real square footage, what you actually get for the money, and the one thing I'd personally watch out for on every single one. No filler, no 10 homes rushed through in 30 seconds each. Just 5, done properly. Let's get into it. Before we start, if you want the deep, unrushed version of these breakdowns, subscribe to Elite Prefab Homes. That's genuinely what keeps this channel making videos like this one. We have to open with the most talked about name in this entire price bracket, the boxable casita. This is the fold-flat, origami-engineered studio that ships completely compressed on a standard truck and unfolds into a full, standing structure on-site in a matter of hours. The numbers: roughly 375 square feet, 1 bathroom, and a genuine full kitchen. Not a hot plate and a mini fridge pretending to be a kitchen. Base pricing sits right around $49,500, putting it right at the edge of our budget for today, before you factor in site work and delivery. Let's talk about what actually makes this thing special, because I don't say this about many companies in this price range. The engineering is genuinely impressive. Watching that structure unfold from a flat package into standing walls and a locked roof is honestly one of the more satisfying things you can watch in residential construction right now. The interior layout uses defined zones too: sleeping and living on one side, kitchen in the middle, bathroom tucked away for privacy. Nothing about this feels like an afterthought. Here's my honest take on the catch, and I say this every time this company comes up: availability. This is still a scaling operation, and that means real waitlists and limited state-by-state availability. If you're expecting to order this month and move in next month, you need to recalibrate that expectation immediately. Also, and this is important, that 49.5 number is base pricing. Add delivery, foundation, and utility hookups, and your real number climbs from there, potentially pushing you over our $50,000 ceiling, depending on your specific site. My honest design opinion, since we're at this price point, don't try to cram oversized furniture into 375 square feet. Multifunctional pieces. A daybed that doubles as seating. A table that folds flat against the wall. Make a genuine difference in how livable this footprint actually feels day to day. Fighting for every square foot pays off here. Home 2 takes us into tiny house on wheels territory specifically. The Vista Boho from Escape. This one's built with a full bedroom on the main floor, no climbing a ladder into a loft every single night, along with a kitchen, a bathroom, a flip-up dining table that doubles as a work desk, a tall closet, and a couch that converts into additional sleeping space for guests. Pricing on tiny homes on wheels in this category generally lands somewhere in the $35,000 to $45,000 range, depending on finish level and options, comfortably inside our budget for today. What I genuinely love about this one is the main floor bedroom. I know loft bedrooms are the classic tiny house image, but climbing a ladder every single night gets old fast, especially for anyone older, anyone with mobility considerations, or honestly, anyone who just wants to use the bathroom at 3 a.m. without a safety risk involved. Putting the bedroom on the main level is a small design decision that makes an enormous daily difference. The catch here, and it's a genuinely important one, because this is a home on wheels, it's subject to Department of Transportation regulations on height and width, and it's also subject to zoning rules that vary enormously by county. A tiny house on wheels doesn't automatically mean you can legally park it anywhere and live in it full-time. Before you get emotionally attached to this option, call your local zoning office and confirm exactly what's allowed for a towable dwelling on your specific piece of land. My honest design mistake to flag. People underestimate how much stuff a couch that converts to a bed actually displaces in daily use. If you're regularly hosting guests, that conversion process eats real living room function every single time you use it. Fine for occasional guests. Genuinely annoying if it becomes a weekly routine. Home 3 is one of the most affordable options on this entire list. The Sprout model from Mustard Seed Tiny Homes, out of Georgia. It's a 24-foot tiny home on wheels, and it consistently ranks as one of the lowest entry points into genuinely livable tiny house ownership. This one sits comfortably under our $50,000 ceiling, generally landing well below the other options on today's list, which makes it the pick if raw affordability is your single biggest priority. Here's what I like about Mustard Seed specifically as a company. They've built a real reputation in the tiny house on wheels space, not a fly-by-night operation you found through a random online ad. That matters more than people realize in this specific corner of the market, where quality control and build consistency vary wildly between builders. The catch, and I want to be direct about this, at this price point, you are absolutely trading some finish quality and some included features compared to the pricier options on today's list. This is a genuinely functional, livable tiny home. It is not going to feel like the boutique hotel-level finish you'd get from a wheelhouse or similar premium builder. Go in with that expectation calibrated correctly, and you won't be disappointed. Go in expecting luxury finishes at this price, and you will be. My honest design opinion, at 24 feet, storage is going to be your single biggest daily challenge. Before you finalize any configuration, ask specifically what built-in storage options are available, and prioritize those over any cosmetic upgrade. You'll appreciate functional storage every single day, far more than you'll appreciate a nicer countertop finish. Home 4 is a genuine sleeper pick, and it's here specifically because it demonstrates a completely different path to affordable housing. The compact shell kit from Craftmart, built with a covered front porch and designed for off-grid or weekend cabin use. The shell price on this one typically lands somewhere between $30,000 and $35,000. Genuinely the lowest sticker price on today's entire list. Here's why I like including this one specifically. It proves you don't need a factory folding mechanism or a boutique design studio to get affordable square footage. Sometimes a straightforward shell kit, assembled with your own labor or a local contractor, gets you there for less money than any of the more polished options on this list. But, and this is the single most important catch on today's entire video, that $30,000 to $35,000 number is the shell only. No plumbing. No electrical. No interior finish. I want you to actually hear this clearly, because I see people make this exact mistake constantly. They see $30,000 and think they're basically done. You are not done. You have a structurally sound, weatherproof box. Everything that makes it a livable home: power, water, insulation finishing, interior walls, is a separate budget line you need to plan for before you ever move in. My honest advice on this one, this is the right pick, specifically if you're comfortable doing some of the finishing work yourself, or if you're building a genuine off-grid weekend retreat where you don't need full municipal utility hookups. It is not the right pick if you're expecting a fully finished, move-in ready home for $35,000. Budget realistically for utilities and finishing separately, and this can still be a genuinely smart, affordable path, just not the number the sticker price suggests on its own. Rounding out the list, Home 5 is for anyone who actually thinks about their long-term utility bills, not just their upfront sticker price. The entry-level structural insulated panel kit from Extreme Panel. Their full lineup ranges roughly from $49,000 up past $136,000, but their entry-level configurations land right around that $49,000 mark. just inside our budget for today. Here's what makes SIP's construction genuinely different from a standard shell kit. The insulation is built directly into the wall panel itself, instead of being stuffed into a cavity after the fact during finishing. That creates a significantly tighter building envelope than most budget options in this price range, which translates directly into lower heating and cooling costs for as long as you own the place. My honest opinion? This is genuinely the most underrated pick on today's entire list. Nobody gets excited about insulation performance in a comment section. But 5 years into ownership, you're the one smiling at your utility bill, while a lot of the cheaper shell kit owners are dealing with drafty walls and a much higher monthly energy cost. If I were personally prioritizing long-term cost of ownership over the lowest possible sticker price, this is where I'd be looking first on today's list. The catch here, and it's the same mistake I flag with every SIPs build, people get so focused on the excellent wall performance that they skimp on window quality to hit their budget target. Don't do that. A great insulated shell with cheap, drafty windows is like buying an excellent winter coat and leaving it unzipped the entire time you wear it. If your budget is genuinely tight, cut somewhere else before you cut window quality on a home built specifically around efficient insulation. Let's put all 5 side by side for a second, because the right pick genuinely depends on what you're prioritizing. If you want the most impressive engineering and don't mind a wait list, the boxable casita is your pick. If you want a genuinely comfortable, no-ladder tiny house on wheels with real thoughtful design details, go with the Escape Vista Boho. If raw affordability and a proven tiny house on wheels builder matter most, the mustard seed sprout wins. If you're comfortable finishing a shell yourself and want the lowest possible sticker price, CraftMart is your entry point. And if long-term efficiency and lower utility bills matter more to you than any of the flashier options, the Extreme Panel SIPs kit is genuinely the smartest long-term play on this list. My honest overall favorite from today, if I genuinely had to pick just one? The Extreme Panel SIPs kit. It's not the flashiest name, and it's not going to go viral on social media the way the boxable unfold clips do. But dollar for dollar, over 5 or 10 years of actual ownership, I think it delivers the best real value on this entire list. Before we wrap up, one warning that applies to every single home on today's list without exception. Under $50,000 gets you a structure. It does not automatically get you land, a foundation, utility connections, or permitting fees. Every single one of these 5 options can realistically add another significant chunk on top of the sticker price once you account for your specific site. That doesn't make any of these a bad deal. Every one of them still lands dramatically below traditional new construction costs, even with those additions factored in. It just means you need to budget for the real, total number, not the headline number you saw in the thumbnail. So there you go, 5 genuinely affordable, genuinely different paths into tiny home ownership. Every single one of them under $50,000 for the structure itself. Whether you're chasing cutting-edge engineering, boutique comfort, raw affordability, DIY flexibility, or long-term efficiency, there's a real option on today's list, built specifically for that priority. If honest, unrushed breakdowns like this are exactly what you come here for, that's the whole reason Elite Prefab Homes exists. Subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Which one of these 5 would you actually build? Tell me in the comments. I read every single one.